Welcome back to the Aurora Restoration Project. This morning I'm in the galley of the Aurora, and the galley is by far the worst place, in my opinion, aboard this ship. This is underneath the fantail of the Aurora, and the fantail was completely rotted on the decks, meaning that this room had leaked for years. So for a long time I would walk into this room and I would find pools of water on the floor after rains. So last summer I took it upon myself to go buy a bunch of new plate steel and go ahead and replate the ceiling above us. So the fantail deck is for the most part replaced. We still have some to do. That'll be future videos. But everything in the galley has been dry for quite a while now. When I first got the ship, a lot of this stuff was absolute garbage in here. It had old stoves, ovens, refrigerators. You had a big dishwashing station that was modified, welded. It was a terrible job somebody did on it. So we just tore the whole thing out and took it all to metal recycling, got rid of it. And that kind of leaves us with a blank slate, but we do have one sink behind us that's left, and that sink is custom fitted to this ship, so to replace it would cost quite a bit of money. So we're going to hold on to that for now and see if we can clean it up, and if we can't, then we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Our goal now is we're going to remove that, and we're going to go ahead and check the hull first, make sure that there's nothing that bad on there. We found a few holes so far, and that's because behind the refrigerators there would be condensation that would run down the walls, and at the base of the wall we would have rust build up, and behind that some holes. So nobody could paint back there, nobody could service back there. And I totally expect to find a few more, but we're patching them. We're cutting out the old steel, flush mounting the new steel, and doing a great job doing it. It's looking good. So we'll show you a little piece of that in this video and introduce some more jobs. We're planning on knocking out a couple of cabins, doing them up really nice, but it'll also look like you step back in time to the 1950s or 60s. So it's actually difficult to replicate that. So I actually look forward to showing that to you. For now, I think I'm going to be welding in the galley today, and I'm going to be cleaning things up. I have so much work to do in here. I don't expect that this task is going to be a task that I can get done in a couple of weeks and show you a whole video of galley reconstruction. No, because this is about the same as if you were redoing your entire house. It's expensive and it's a lot of work. We're gonna have to tear out wiring, all of the old wiring, all of the old ducting systems. We're gonna have to completely gut this room even further than I already have. So once we gut it, then we do have a lot of new equipment that's gonna go back in here, but we have drainage to fix. I mean, you name it, this room is gonna need the repairs, but when it's finished, it's going to be amazing. So don't expect it to be done in a couple of episodes. We'll show you a little bit now. We'll show you a little bit in future episodes, probably a couple months down the line. And then hopefully a few months after that, we'll show you a nearly complete galley aboard the Aurora. It's going to be an amazing transformation for this thing. And then we'll get to the dining area of the Aurora. The bones are there. The structures are there. The ceiling is still in place, and it's a beautiful ceiling that you could never replicate. So we're gonna redo that, and this whole area is gonna look like you step back in time when we're done. It's gonna be amazing, and we're doing it all the right way. So please like, subscribe, and share, and definitely check out the Patreon. You'll get free merchandise, things like that, where we're gonna show a ton of video that we're not showing here. Thank you for watching, and enjoy the video.
All right, this is David Foster, Aurora Restoration Project crew member. For a long time, me and Chris have wanted to tackle this bar. It's needed a lot of work, and so today's the day. Next time you see it, it's going to be really beautiful. So we got a lot of things planned for it. It's going to sparkle. It's going to be cool. It's going to be you know, just what the Aurora needs. Got stuff right here, and we invite you to watch us. Putting in some countersinks here, so we have a nice flush board with the screws. Tiles will fit in nicely. A few more. Well, laying the tiles, putting the glue on the wall and sticking it to it. This is what we got here. It's gonna look pretty nice. So got 3 done. It's working out pretty good. Well, as you can see, the first stage is almost done. We got a few more tiles. It's looking pretty good, coming along. How does it look from back there? Well, all the tiles are up now. It's looking pretty good. We just gotta wait for it to dry. Tomorrow, we're gonna do the grout.
Back in 2008, I really wanted to work on the Galley, but the Galley was in terrible condition. Nothing worked, everything was inoperable, and it all needed torn down and disposed of. So me and my crew decided to start that process by ordering a dumpster and tearing everything out and throwing it away. And after that, we were left with a blank slate, but it wasn't that easy. It took me, I don't know, about a month's time to actually create this blank slate ready for, everything to go in new. But before we did that, we'd have to restore the walls, the ceiling, the floor, and everything that had to do with anything, electrical, you name it. Everything needed to be restored in this room. And that's where we're at now. We are about to rip into this room and finalize it and get it working once and for all. It's not going to be an easy task, but you're going to see the whole process. So enjoy the video while we kick some ass.
Look at this. Hey, Grit.
Needs a little work.
Yep.
What are we going to do with that?
Well, we could repaint it.
I think Chris would like that.
No. No, these holes are fairly common. We'll end up having to clean all that up, and we'll just cut out the section, weld in a new plate to make that better again. From what I understand, there used to be a freezer to sit here, so nobody could get back there, and I think Chris was talking about the steam and everything running down the walls.
Maybe we could just paint it.
No. Let's fix something first, then you can paint it.
All right.
Zena,
Yes.
we need that demo hammer so we can start chopping out all this concrete and we get behind there and make some happen. Get your safety gear, because you're it.
All right, I'm on it.
Thank you. And you know what you get to do?
Paint?
Yep.
I picked the short straw, so I got nominated for breaking up this concrete right here. What do I do, Grid?
Well, you've ran all this stuff before, so you don't have a problem with the equipment.
No.
But this hole slopes down underneath the concrete. So don't get on this edge and dive into it too hard.
Got
or
it.
Fix another hole.
I'll start it further back right here, and I'll work my way that way.
Perfect.
Gently.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'm getting out of here because you're going to make noise.
Okay.
Let me see what you got there.
Got some metal exposed right here.
Well, the upside is that metal looks like it's in good shape.
Yeah.
Yeah, so don't worry about going too much deeper. Just bring it over here.
Okay.
Because all of this needs to put a whole plate in here. Okay?
So you're gonna leave that and probably cut right here.
Yeah, exactly.
Got it.
Because like I said, it does not look rusty below this concrete.
Yeah, looks good. So
All right. Carry on.
carry on.
Grid!
Yeah.
Did you see this?
We're not going to be able to save that.
No. It's toast.
Okay. So all this basically is mild steel. Stainless countertop. Probably just inserted in it. The stainless countertop is custom to the stern here. We want to save this. We've got to get all this out. This we're going to scrap out and basically build a new thing. Build a whole new piece and put this back in it. After you polish that stainless up nice and pretty. Hey Shane, don't break anything.
I think it's already broken.
Hey Shane,
Yeah.
be aware that that stainless is sitting on that thing you're rocking on. So if you do too much, you'll end up with that in your lap. Have fun.
I think this is attached in the back.
Okay, have fun. Don't break it.
Pull it right out. I think Grid is right. I think it's attached in back, but this is sitting on top of it right here. Yeah. Ready?
Come on.
Is it gonna stay?
Hey, guess what? It is gonna stay.
Perfect.
The plumbing's holding it up.
The plumbing he just tore out.
I think, yeah. This plumbing?
No.
That plumbing?
Yeah.
Oh.
That looks terrible.
Let me get my broom.
And a big bag. Well, it appears that we got a lot of rust under here too. That's how they got off.
It looks like a chicken coop.
Not sure. Scrap pile. All right. So as you can see, Shane did a really good job cleaning this stuff up. And as I thought earlier, I see no daylight. There's a little more rust that needs to come out of there. And I'll get Shane on that eventually. All this plumbing shot. But the next stage of this is we need to get this sink out. And as you can see, it's formed up to the stern all the way around. This is all one piece. So we need to be able to get this out, slid out of the way so we can work. And of course there's plumbing behind here. We have plumbing going through these penetrations here. So I actually have to cut this to get this piece out. And then replumb all that. I think we can leave the backsplash. It just appears to be overlapped. And these sections of aluminum for, it looks like pots and pans dryer, we can leave that. But all this plumbing has to come out. And once we take it out, we're gonna have to figure out how to get it back in. So if you know any very, very small plumbers, please have to leave a tagline onto this video because I could use somebody about that tall. All right, folks, we're out of this till next time. Have a good day.
Hey Eric, how's it going?
Gentlemen,
Hey Eric. I'm Grit.
for you.
I'm Dave.
What do you got?
This is Shane.
Well, you know, a couple weeks ago, I asked my designer to knock up a 3D model of the Aurora. And so I've got a couple of them here.
Those are pretty nice.
So these come off of my 4K resin printer. And they come like this with all the parts already printed in place.
That's cool.
Sweet.
Where'd you get the image?
So the original builder's prints from Chris, and a combination between those and pictures of the ship through history were used to develop the model in Blender. And yeah, this is the fruits of that labor.
Nice.
That's very cool.
So this is about a 1/300 scale,
Mhm.
and this is a 1/600 scale.
How long does it take to do those?
So this one takes about, the smaller ones I can print 3 at a go on my 2K printer. Takes about maybe 10 hours.
Wow.
And then on my 4K printer, you only print one at a time, and that takes maybe 12, 14 hours.
Okay.
Do they float with that resin? Is that a floatable?
Yeah, so these are actually hollow shells. They have about a 1.4 millimeter shell with some infill. If they're weighted properly, you
With some
can
ballast?
yeah, you can
Put them in your bathtub?
I have made radio controlled models with gray resin, just like this.
Oh, well, that would be cool.
And this is actually about the smallest I could do a radio controlled conversion for. It's
So
about-
if people are interested in other ships as well, you have a store, right?
oh yeah, so I sell directly through my Facebook store, Yester Toys, which is YESTR, Yester Toys. I also have a Patreon where I send out models of the month. So people vote on the model. I have a choice of 4. They pick their favorite, and I print out a batch of those and mail them free.
Sweet.
Wow, those are really good detail.
The printer prints in 50 micron layers, and it's almost impossible to see, particularly once there's paint on it. I mean, if you hold it up,
It builds it like a cake layer by
so
layer
it builds it
something?
exactly layer by layer in 50 micron little thin layers.
That sounds
And it actually
thick.
builds upside down. You can see where the supports were attached.
Mhm.
I have some pictures I'll forward to you. But yeah, it builds it upside down, starting butt first and building up.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
No, those are amazing. And so
Thank you.
somebody could buy one of these and paint it up themselves.
Right, yeah, they're super easy to paint. They're ready in primer gray, essentially, from the printer. And I can also print any color or transparency if you wanted one that was.
So
say,
is this other one
crystal.
printed or is it painted?
Did
So
you
I painted
spray
that
this?
one. Yes,
Oh,
I spray
okay.
painted it. But I can print green, fuchsia, any color of the rainbow, solid color. Don't have the ability to print full color like graphics on there yet. Someday.
Working on it.
That is great. All right. Where, are you local here? Or?
Yeah, we're up in Roseville,
Roseville. Okay.
Sacramento.
Cool.
Yeah,
Awesome.
but he's Eric's come out here a number of times and pitched in on helping out on various projects aboard, and also aboard the tugboat as well. So he's been kind of a long time volunteer, and
The Mazapita.
and yeah, the Mazapita. And yeah, so I'm very excited to see these things go into a mass production, because a lot of people are very interested.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
just bought, oh geez, I don't want to think about it. I just bought maybe $5,000 of additional printers. So I have
God.
another one of my 4K
You're all
printers.
in.
I am 100% in on 3D printing. So
Nice.
I've got another one of the 4K style printers that this came out on. It's called a Saturn 4K. And then I've also got on order a 6K, larger, even larger than that. So maybe the print bed's this size. It's called a Jupiter 6K. And that's en route, should hopefully be built and delivered by May.
They have to build it first.
Yeah, so it was a Kickstarter first. The Kickstarter was successful, and they're slowly starting to trickle them out. They come out of China somewhere. They all
luck
do.
getting that.
Every SLA printer known to man comes out of China pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and they're just amazing accuracy for something that's not terribly expensive. Like you'd see $20,000 machines that would do this size, print 15 years ago.
Right.
And it's just come way down.
Yeah. No, like I said, those are amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yes,
All the way down to the benches
Yes, we have
and the fire pit.
our barbecue pit and
I'm a little upset to not see myself on there.
I could gladly print your figurine and put them on the boat. I can print any shape, any
That would-
size.
Shane,
That'd
don't
be-
forget the beard.
That would be
All right.
badass.
Yeah, we'll make you a
Nice.
figurine. I printed Star
Just do
Wars,
a square. It'll be fine.
Star Trek. I can do
It
model
wouldn't-
trains.
It wouldn't be fine.
You know,
Awesome.
anything you'd
Well,
imagine.
thanks for coming out today and showing us these models. Are you gonna?
Those are amazing.
Do you get
Well
to?
done.
Do we get to leave these on the ship?
Yeah, these are yours.
You're very kind.
Thank you for letting me use the likeness.
That's it's amazing. I can't wait to see everybody else pick up their model of the Aurora. That's I mean, these were actually designed after the Aurora, not the Wappen von Hamburg. You see, you're missing the rear mast, and you only have the 2 lifeboats, not the 6.
Right.
This
And
is
the fire pit.
And yeah, you have a little fire
That's the
pit
most
right here.
important part.
We
It
never use the fire pit, but it's there.
What do you mean we never use
We have used it.
It's been used a few times.
It
but
has.
It's not that often.
Maybe we're the only ones that have used it, Grid.
Well, look at that. It even has the little area that we're going to cut
Yep.
off pretty soon.
Isn't there supposed to be a bolt right there?
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
a bolt sticking up
Well,
right there that I trip
it's-
over all
it's
the time.
miss-
It's not there.
If you notice, it's missing all the garbage that's on the decks right now.
We can
And
have
all
that.
the construction.
Well, I can,
That's
I
just-
can have
that-
Pietro add that back in.
That's the. That's just to save us
Adding
some work.
garbage. Well, thank you very much, Eric.
Very well.
And keep your eyes peeled because
Look forward to some
what's
of
your
your
website again?
So it's Yester Toys on Facebook, YESTR, or patreon.com/Yester Toys.
Nice. Thanks.
Absolutely.
We're going to call that a cut.